Welcome back, everyone. This is Traycon here, the gaming statistician, and I've completed the easy, medium, and hard dungeons for the event. I'm going to use a slightly different strategy for the very hard dungeon. I'm going to show you what team I'm going to use. I'm hoping it works pretty well. If you come in here, you can see that the enemies are just all 6 stars. Lots of them are champions, and they're just going to do a ton of damage. And so my goal really is to outlive them. So if I can keep my team alive, even if they don't do a ton of damage, that's really what matters. So I'm going to be using heroes that buff my health and then are also good just for healing in general. So I thought about using Sifu for his heal, but I think overall it's going to be better to use Yokozuna just for his team buff. So I'm going to be using Tsume. Tsume is going to be hopefully one of my big damage dealers. That's really one of his main strengths here, is that he's going to be really just kind of helping do a lot of the damage. So, and then I'm also going to be using Augustus, and I'm going to be trying to keep Augustus at full health at all times. So if for my healing potions I'm going to bring, I'm going to try to use those on Augustus because he has this really nice ability. When HP is full, it regenerates the team's health a bit every turn. So if I can keep his HP full, then I should be able to continually be adding HP to the rest of my team. And then I'm also going to bring Bovus. And the reason I'm going to bring Bovus is, one, he heals himself just automatically throughout the battle. So this one right here regenerates health every turn. And then also he has this nice increase of health by 15% for all warrior allies, which just makes my team beefier, which I said is really what I'm going for. And then Yokozuna, of course, he's just super beefy. And then he also has this 15% health for all warrior allies. And so hopefully with all that health boost, I'll be able to outlive any attacks. And then, he's just got a really nice ability as well with he can taunt, and it brings up his defense, and he can take a lot of damage. And his sumo stomp, I'm sure you've all seen in PvP, can be super annoying. And the other team can attack, but they might not be able to actually hit anything. And if you look at his stats, he's got a ton of health. So he's got over 5,000 health now with the HP boost. So let's go in here, go into the event dungeon. I think this is really the team that has the best chance of doing this. Sifu might be a possibility as well, depending on who you want to trade in or trade out, just because you can heal others. But I'm not really sure who I'd probably have to take out Tsume or something, and then my team would even have more healing power, but it would just take forever to kill these guys. And I want to be able to kill them eventually, so you got to be able to kill them. So let's come in here. So we're going to take out Manglejaw, and we're going to add in Yokozuna. And we're going to take out this and add in a health potion. And I'm bringing all health potions because I want to go for 3 stars. And if someone dies and you revive them, yes, it can help you complete the dungeon, but then you might actually not get 3 stars. And I want to get the 3 stars just so I can quickly loot this thing. I just want to get 3 stars once and then quick loot it to get a bunch of Yokozuna tokens. So here we come, coming on in. Let's see how this strategy works on the first room. And all right, let's go ahead and start with Bovus's ability, just to take away some of the abilities of these guys so they can't use it right away. It'll take out that Evo there. I always like the Evos. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try to quickly get rid of this demon, this champion demon here. Okay, didn't quite kill him, but it almost did. So I'll take him out now with Tsume, just because I think he would have done a lot of damage. And I'm not too worried about these last 2 guys and this demon, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and... Oh man, unfortunately he damaged Augustus, so I don't want to use a healing potion on him yet, though. If Augustus, maybe the next turn I will use... My guys just aren't that low, so I'm not too worried about it yet. And you can see Bovus is now healing himself up. So the question is, do I want to use this to heal Augustus himself? But I'm not going to use it quite yet, just because none of my guys are that low on health. So I'm going to go ahead and wait maybe one more turn, try to get Augustus back up to full, and then start. Okay, so Bovus is getting a little bit low. He'll heal himself. I'm going to bring Augustus up to full health. And the reason I'm doing that, even though it's only a little bit of health it adds to him, it's now going to add health to everyone else every round. And then I'm going to go ahead and taunt with Tsume, and this will keep the guy's attacks off of Augustus, and Augustus will remain full health, and he'll be healing everyone up. So you can see there, Bovus got health from his ability and health from Augustus's ability. So that's really the strategy I'm going to be using throughout this dungeon. It's going to be a little bit slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to stop my commentary after this first room. I'm going to hopefully make it through the other rooms without any issues using this same strategy, which will let me get to the final room and boss with all 4 heroes, and then I'll start doing commentary again there. I'll probably just do a fast forward through the other rooms. So I'm just going to start the fast forward right now, and I will see you in the boss room. Okay, so here we go. I've just got one more demon to kill before I make it to the final room. I feel like I have a pretty good amount of abilities left. I haven't even used a Friends hero yet, so I might actually use 2 different Friends heroes. So I go rock a couple times early on to just try to get through. I have a lot of my abilities, you can see, are fully recharged. Tsume's on taunt, so everyone is slowly healing up as my Augustus is at full health. And right now it looks pretty good. So we're going to have to see how this final room goes. Sometimes the boss can be quite difficult. I'm hoping that it'll really help with Friends heroes. So I'm going to be using the Igoroks from my upper level friends to try to hopefully maybe freeze these guys a couple times. Sometimes it can be difficult to freeze them. So let's just go ahead and start right away with an Igorok. Some mass abilities, just trying to get rid of these guys. So we'll use this Igorok right here. Go ahead and attack everyone. Hopefully it gets some freezes off. I'm going to see how much damage this does, and that'll kind of help me decide who to attack first. I feel pretty good right now about getting 3 stars. I think these guys do a lot of damage though, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get through at least a couple of them before they start taunting everything. Because one of the things that's difficult about this room is that if they're around for a while, they can do a whole lot of taunts, and they all just kind of start doing the taunts back and forth. You get one kind of low, and then another one starts to taunt. So I'm going to use another Igorok before they all can taunt again and hopefully freeze a bunch of them again. Alright, so now the question is, who do I want to hit with this? I think I'm going to go ahead and try to actually get rid of King York, just because I don't want him to be adding his death mark to any of my guys. Because if that happens, it's going to be really hard to keep them alive. So I'm going to... Maybe I can even get a couple fears off, get lucky and get some fears. So we're going to do the Spreading Panic with Tsume. It also does a lot of damage. And the Frozens should be expiring. I'm not going to use Tsume's Sumo Stomp until after I use another Friends hero with Igorok. Okay, so there go the Frozens. The Frozens are expiring. They're all expiring. And then now I'm going to go ahead and use another Igorok and just use 10 gems. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to use a Friends Igorok. What's the strongest one I have? A level 60 maybe. That actually would do a lot of damage at level 59, but a level 60... Okay, a level 66 star Igorok. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one. So we're going to choose this. So he should do a decent amount of damage, but really the main thing is I want him to freeze them, and when he freezes them, I'll now be able to get through a couple different heroes. So I often do this. I used to do this in the hard dungeons in the events, where to make sure I could at least beat it once, I would... Oh man, it didn't freeze Samurai Takumi. That's okay. I think I should be okay. I'm going to take out King York first, and then I'm going to... So I'm going to go ahead and try to take him out. Good. So he's gone. That did more damage than I thought it was going to. I'm going to save that Aegis wall maybe one more round, see if I can take out a couple more guys before they start doing damage to me. And then I'm going to use Soul Shred to hit everyone. And I'm feeling really good about this really hard dungeon right now. So I just got to avoid actually dying. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and use Sumo Stomp and make it difficult for them to actually hit me. And right now it looks like I should be able to get 3 stars. I'm pretty excited. I didn't know if I was going to be able to beat this dungeon. Oh, see, that did a lot of damage, but I'm already getting healing because Augustus is at full health. And then the next time Augustus is available, I'm going to use his Aegis Shield on everyone. And this is like such an OP skill. So now everyone can, the first time they're hit, they're going to take 0 damage. And now the question is, let's just use, this might be able to kill off Yokozuna there. Boom. And then one more hit, and I'll be able to 3-star the very hard dungeon. So if you have this team available, I think it definitely works. It didn't even take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. I moved through the dungeon pretty quickly. I think it took me about 8 minutes to beat the dungeon, which I know is kind of long, but I just really wanted to make sure I got the 3 stars. You get a bunch of gems, a bunch of gold, you know, and then you can go here. The student becomes the master. We can complete this quest. So, oh, I actually finished a lot of other quests as well. So we'll take those, but those aren't the important ones. Oh, the student becomes a master. Sifu was in that dungeon along the way. But this is one I really wanted to do, this complete Ring of Pain. So now that I have that one done, I'll most likely finish off those quests just using quick looting on the very hard dungeon, just because it takes so long to beat that dungeon. So I'm going to use quick loot on the hard dungeon, and I'll most likely complete the other dungeons going through. You know, it'd be cool. I really like Yokozuna now, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get a bunch of tokens for him during this event. We'll see. I'll let you know how many tokens you can actually get as you complete these dungeons. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. So if we go to the event now, you can see that I have 3-starred all of the dungeons. Let me know how you are doing on the very hard dungeon. This is the first time I can remember seeing a very hard dungeon, so it's kind of cool they added this. And if you have a different strategy that worked out, please let me know what it was. Thanks for watching. Peace.